everybody, welcome to March. Are you ready for a new beginning? Because that's kind of what's happening this month. We have lunar eclipses, we have Aries season beginning, and we have some other important retrogrades, Mercury and Venus, to talk about. Lots happening this month. There's some good news, there's some odd news, and overall, this is going to be a transformative time. So let's do this. And it's going to be a busy month for us all. In today's video, I want to touch on what's happening in general with the astrology and then do a brief overview for each sign. So be sure and listen to your sun, moon, and rising, and you might want to jot down some of the tips and some of the special events happening this month into your journal or your diary because, yeah, it's going to be a fast-paced and kind of odd month. We have a lot happening. I'm going to put the stuff on the screen now so you can see everything happening and the dates. We begin with Venus, the planet of beauty, inspiration, and romance, entering its retrograde cycle on March the 1st. So this retrograde can force us to take an honest look at what's working and what's not, and also maybe reevaluate where our money's going in regard to art, beauty, adventure. I mean, are we feathering our nest or are we actually just buying stuff that's on sale that it just appeals to us at that moment, and then we come home and go, what is this crap? We're going to take a more honest approach to that in the future. Shortly after, on the 15th, we have Mercury moving in retrograde in Aries and Pisces, and you've probably already been feeling this energy. This is the time to finish up projects now, and like I say, you may be feeling rushed, like hurry up and get everything done, and it would be wise to complete everything before we begin Mercury retrograde on the 15th. Once Mercury begins its retrograde cycle, we're going to need to be more flexible as plans will change. Communication in general will break down. And it's going to seem like the simplest thing is going to be a challenge. Any big, important task, finish them now. But wait, there's more going on. We're moving into eclipse season with not one, but two eclipses. A total lunar eclipse in Virgo happens on March the 14th, and this will shine a spotlight on what we've ignored, such as our health routine, spiritual practices, and such. We're going to need to really look at, too, what are we feeding ourselves? Not just our food, but where is our attention going? Where is our mental stimulation coming from? Are we doom scrolling? Are we getting involved in conspiracy theories? And how is that making you feel? Probably not good. It's probably adding to that anxious energy and may even be triggering anxiety. This eclipse will help us get back in balance by showing us what we are not taking care of, like maybe our spiritual practices, and what we're overindulging in, such as maybe overeating or doom scrolling. So it's not going to be real comfortable, but it's definitely needed. On March the 20th, we have the spring equinox and reset time. And this is also when we begin Aries season, and we're going to be entering into what would normally be the reset and beginning of change. But we have the solar eclipse in Aries on the 29th, which, like I say, this would be a time of new beginnings and fresh starts. But between Venus and Mercury in retrograde, we're going to see projects and, well, life in general slow down, which isn't necessarily a bad thing, especially if you've gotten all the timely projects and anything with a deadline taken care of already, because this is going to be a fast-paced month. But the major energy shift won't happen till the end of the month when Neptune moves into Aries on March the 30th. This is the first time Neptune has been in Aries since 1875. So we can expect some major changes on how we relate to people, new ideas around art, new ideas around culture, what it means to be social, what it means to be healthy, what it means moving forward as we shift. We're seeing a global shift take place. So lots of change, lots of things happening that are just chaotic, and there's a lot of weirdness out there, and it's going to continue into March. It's actually going to continue all year long, spoiler, but this is a reset and a transformative time for us personally as well as globally. So like I say, we're going to work on getting back in balance, whether that is maybe getting back on a healthy exercise routine, disengaging so much from social media. Those kinds of topics are going to be really important to us. So let's break it down by sign. What can Aries expect? Aries, woohoo! It's almost your birthday, and you're feeling adventurous as we begin March. Aries is ready to be more social. Even with Venus in retrograde, you're picking up new admirers, making friends, and getting invitations and offers to go out and do things, and you're really excited about this. But you're taking this new attention in stride. You're not overcommitting and you're not projecting too much into this. You've really transformed over the last year, and now you're ready to show your true self. You're feeling more mature, you're feeling more comfortable in your skin, and you're feeling really empowered now. This month will inspire you to take on new projects and perhaps even a new romance. Your career looks much more promising as well than it has the last several months. If you're struggling to find a job, this might be the month that you get a call back for an interview, or your part-time status may be raised to full-time. Your career overall has been up and down the last couple of months, but this year, we're going to see some major changes. And one thing really interesting showing up is you may go into partnership or begin working with a Sagittarius. This collaboration will bring some of your big ideas forward, and it could be a very lucrative partnership. So don't hesitate to reach out to them, or if they've already contacted you, be sure you follow up. New friendships are also formed this month, and people from the past show up looking to rekindle bonds from the past. Just take all of this with a grain of salt because there might be some lessons with these people, but then again, there is a reason they're in the past. After months of being off the radar, you're now ready to be social and embrace the next phase of your life. Just make sure to finish big projects before Mercury turns retrograde, or else you may face even more delays. Overall, this is an inspired month for Aries natives. Have a great month. Taurus. Looking at your forecast for March 2025, Venus retrograde begins March 1st and has a deep and transforming effect on your life. You may find yourself facing both bold truths about your relationship and your self-worth. The energy of the retrograde can be raw and a bit too real at times, but you have all the tools you need to make meaningful changes now. Also, you might feel an unstoppable urge to take immediate action, especially around matters of romance, family, and self. It would be best to approach with caution and wait until after the transformation is complete before redoing your life. In the meantime, reach out to your network for support and feedback and ask for their honest opinion on what changes you really need to make. They'll be honest with you and they'll give you good advice and share their insights with you because they love you and they just want to see you succeed. Take it slow and form a plan before making any drastic changes. You may also feel compelled to become more active in your community. Listen to your intuition, but seek balance and don't overcommit. Many people are struggling right now, Taurus, but if you don't look after yourself, you won't be able to help anyone. The eclipse in Virgo also points out the need for better schedules and record keeping. Commit to a system that you can stick to and work towards getting more organized. You're processing deep energy and transforming, and this could lead to overcommitment, not understanding how much time you need to rest and process, and quick burnout. Set clear boundaries around work, volunteering, and overgiving now. You can always revamp these boundaries next month after the processing period is done. But now, more than ever, it's important that you practice self-care and commit to resting through this process. Look for short videos and Taurus dailies for more insights. You got this. Gemini, what a March it's going to be. Mercury retrograde can slow down business this month, so make plans now to ensure everything stays on track. And Mercury is your ruling planet, so it really affects you. This month we're going to see lots of changes thanks to Mercury being in retrograde, Venus being in retrograde, and the eclipse season. Your home and family life will be highlighted by the solar eclipse on March the 14th. It's a time to pause and be real with yourself about your current situation. And for many Geminis, your romantic relationship has evolved into more a situationship rather than a healthy partnership. So if this is the case, you need some time to step back and look at the bigger picture. Is this relationship healthy? Are you happy? with this current relationship? And if not, what could you do to improve the situation? And if your first thought when you heard me ask that question was not possible, then could it be it's time to leave? If possible, spend some time alone and look at your life objectively. What needs to change? We know you're not living up to your full potential. We know that. That's a given. Gemini is smart, creative, and does wonderful in a leadership position. Are you tapping into these abilities? Or are you just kind of coasting right now because your home life is keeping you off kilter? Let's put it that way. So right now is a great time to just, as I said, take a step back and look at the bigger picture. Clues from the universe all month long about your next step with your career. You could be moving soon, so right now is a great time to begin cleaning out closets, donating or selling usable items, and just kind of clearing some of the clutter. This is also a very transformative month for Gemini. You may not make a lot of changes this month, but you're going to come to some conclusions around what to do with your career, what to do with maybe a relationship that isn't working. And if you are in a healthy relationship, I think you're going to solidify it and become even closer with your partner. So it's just a lot of changes in the works. And by the end of the month, you really want to have a clear idea of where you're going next, because the Neptune energy can be kind of dreamy and foggy and is not the best for making plans. But overall, you've got this, Gemini. Cancer, looking at your March 2025 forecast, as you begin the month, you're feeling more empowered and confident. You know what needs to change in your life, and you've been working towards a new, more powerful self-image as you make these important changes. The Aries fire energy will help you push through blocks and challenges this month, and you begin to rethink certain aspects of your career path thanks to Mercury and Venus. Changes you made 2 years ago led you to the spot you are currently in. It wasn't a straight line, but nonetheless, it is important to understand how your decisions impacted your life on all levels, especially since you're approaching a new cycle of change, and with it, leveling up. Both personally and professionally, we're seeing big changes in Cancer's life. And part of this new cycle will be you recommitting to spiritual teachings, travel, and building new sustainable friendships. If you've been pushing yourself to overwork, around the 12th, you will have more clarity around the big picture. The solar eclipse on the 14th of March will highlight important information and could lead to a new job offer. Also remember, craft work is not advised during the eclipse because it can go haywire with disastrous results. It's also wise to skip making moon water. Retrogrades can be a time of looking back before you look forward, and you might be inspired this month by pulling out the old journals and rereading about the challenges you have faced and overcome in the last 2 years. Change is definitely in the air for Cancer, but it's okay. You got this. You're leveling up. Have a great month. Leo, we begin March with Venus retrograde in your 9th house of learning, travel, higher education, and spirituality. Prepare to re-examine how your belief system aligns with your true inner values, as well as how your closest relationships shape your worldview. Deep stuff, Leo, but you know that you're changing, you're transforming, you're not the person you were 2 years ago, much less 4 years ago. Mercury lends some clarity to these deep thoughts 2 days later after Venus moves retrograde, as you continue to revamp your ideas around success and freedom. Leo doesn't want to be tied down now. You crave adventure, travel, independence. You want to get out and see this big world. Even though there's chaos going on around you, you know you're going to be okay. But you also have this big, deep drive to see the world because you know it is changing. Also, this is a month your intuition gets an upgrade, and you may also experience energetic downloads and full-blown magic, Leo. Global events may leave you, as I said before, shaking your head and going, what the hell? But at home, you're manifesting like a pro. If you're not traveling yet, there's still time to schedule something in March as you are ready for new experiences, and the pull for foreign travel becomes even stronger in March. And I know you've been dealing with that already, and probably you're traveling or have something on the books. There's also the possibility of Leo beginning a new romance in March. The solar eclipse in Aries on the 29th of March brings spiritual lessons and lends more insight into your need for independence. You're considering new pathways, career changes, changes at home. All of this is on the table right now. And you may make a big decision around your future because you're going to probably have some great offer fall into your lap that it's going to be easy to achieve the things that you want. Leo, you're transforming into a better version of yourself. Not that you were a bad version of yourself, but you've had to filter and tone it down and work on fitting in. And now those filters are gone. You're committed to being the best version of yourself, more authentic and more inspired now. And this means more happiness, more authenticity in relationships, and a better overall experience. So this is deep stuff for Leo, but much needed. Hey Virgo, March will be an impactful month for you. You have an eclipse in your sign, and all eyes are on your commitments, personal relationships, and private life this month. Getting married? It looks like it's in the stars. Pay extra attention to March the 11th, 15th, 22nd through the 26th. It's time to have a hard talk with your boss, your partner, and your frenemy. Boundaries and responsibilities are the key topics, and you're ready to let people know what you will accept and what has you headed towards the door. The world is changing, and so are you, Virgo. The days of settling or taking scraps are over for Virgo, and it's about time. It's about time you knew your worth. The solar eclipse on March the 14th shines a light on who you are personally and could be a reminder of what you need to continue doing to ensure that you do have personal growth. Not that you're stagnating, because you're not, but it's just everyone else's needs. All the responsibilities at home, all the responsibilities at work, everything you're trying to do for other people have kind of put your own needs on the back burner. So it's okay to focus on your hobbies, goals, and things that matter to you now. It's a great time also to be your best authentic self. And while we all enjoy being part of a team, it's also important that you don't neglect your own needs or get caught up on what other people want. You may find yourself struggling with what to do next, and this is totally normal right now. The world is in chaos, and at times you may feel like you're struggling more than others, but you're not. We often think we want what someone else has, or we compare our life to other people. Generally, most people's life online looks amazing, right? I mean, they only show the best picture. They only show the most curated event. But we don't often see the messy, chaotic struggle most people are going through, especially right now. We may also think that certain things, because we've been told by society and maybe the people around us, that we need these certain things to be happy or to be successful or to be where we should be at our age. But you know what the best feeling is? Not measuring your success or worth by someone else's values. Only you know what will make you happy, Virgo. And I'm pretty sure it's not chasing more debt. Yeah. So take some time before the end of the month to review your plans for the next 6 months and focus on what you want to do versus what society says is appropriate for your age or where you should be in your career. I think that this is kind of a wake-up call. You may be thinking about a big event or a big trip or something that you would like to do, and you see other people doing these things, and on Instagram and Facebook and, X, it all looks, wow, amazing. But in reality, there's a lot of struggle that's going on behind the scenes people don't show. So it's not just you, and things are going to work out for you very soon. Libra. So Libra, with Venus, your ruling planet, and Mercury retrograde in your house of partnerships this month, you may be taking a deep look at your relationship. The rose-colored glasses may be coming off now, and you may be looking at your partner, roommate, best friend, in a way where you're seeing their faults now. With the eclipse, we're going to see that your life is actually headed in a new direction. Singles may go through a deep healing, allowing you to be ready for a new relationship in the upcoming months. Partnered Libras may see old problems come up to be dealt with. Listen to your intuition and make a decision. It's okay for you to be happy, Libra. And if that means starting over again, well, that's what it means. Let's be honest. If you aren't happy, look at the issues causing you distress. What needs to change? And also be honest about what you're receiving from your current relationships. Are they nourishing you? Are they bringing information and light and love into your life? Or is it all just about propaganda and drama and gossip and you don't need that in your life. No one needs that in their life, but especially you. You're going through a transformation. You're leveling up. You're feeling better about yourself. You're still very uneasy about the world and the direction it's going in, but you're feeling more positive about yourself and your abilities to handle yourself in the future. So there's a lot happening, both internally and externally around Libra this month. And to complicate things even more, your ex or your partner's ex may make a dramatic entrance. So much pointless drama. But don't let it get you down. Sometimes you just have to laugh at it because it really is just silly. It's not going to really affect you, this person from the past coming back, other than just why? And why are they being so dramatic? But yeah, you can just laugh at the situation and ignore it, and they will go away. And speaking of Mercury, life will slow down around the solar eclipse on the 14th. And it will become even slower as we enter Mercury retrograde. And by the time Neptune enters Aries, you're going to be ready to leave the house and you're done. You want to go out and you want to have some fun. You're itching for some adventure. You're itching for something new in your life. So we see you going through the full gambit of emotions this month because, a lot is happening. A lot is changing. Libra is plugged in on a global level. You love the people around you. Yes, you love your crew, you love your family, but you're also connected to people all over the world, and you are a global citizen. So what's going on in the world is very upsetting for you. It's time to really sit back and think about that. Are you doom scrolling? Are you spending too much time reading negative articles? Is it actually giving you information that you can use, or is it just perpetuating more fear? So you're going to have to come to terms with that as well this month. So yeah, a lot happening for Libra. Scorpio, this will be a busy month for you, but still more relaxing and more balanced than the last 2 months. You've had some ups and downs in January and February, but now you're feeling inspired and ready to create. You may use your talents at work, perhaps promoted or taking on more responsibility. At home, you're tackling home projects and moving forward with some cleaning projects as well. This is a great time to clean out the closets, donate serviceable items, or have a sale. This is a great time to really move through the clutter and get organized. Whatever you put your mind to this month will likely work out well and perhaps even be a masterpiece. Also, it's worth noting in March, couples work together well and grow closer. So, Scorpio, your relationship will take on another level of camaraderie and you will have more fun just doing mundane things with your partner. So that's a nice change. Single Scorpions could also meet someone very interesting this month and start a friendship that turns into something else later in the month or later in the next couple of months. So be open to new friends. The retrograde highlights what's working and what's missing in all your relationships. Prepare to communicate more and let people know exactly what you need, as well as be a bit more patient. There are likely to be some delays and miscommunication around meetups, appointments, and general meetings. And this is due, of course, to Mercury retrograde and miscommunication. But there are times when you just have to laugh it off because what can you do, right? So overall, you're rolling with the energy and you're also planning your summer. You're getting excited about the summer and excited about making some changes, maybe going on a trip. Yes, the world is still in chaos and you are still going to be going, what the hell is going on? I can't believe this, but you're also feeling better. You're feeling more positive and more grounded, and you know that you're going to be okay. So this is a great time to consider an overseas trip and reconnect with your adventurous side. Also remember, craft work is not advised during the eclipse because it can go haywire. So while this will be a busy month, it will be a more balanced and positive month all the way around for Scorpio natives. Have a great month. Sagittarius, are you ready for an exciting March? March 2025 starts out a bit slow. Family shakeups late in February, early March leave you a bit out of sorts as you begin this transformative month. Everything seems to be happening at warp speed now, and this leaves you feeling uncertain on what to do next. You almost feel like you've forgotten something really important because things are just happening so quickly. You know, everything you want is just outside your front door, but you may feel a bit lost on what to do next. And with everything changing in the world, this is completely normal. It's going to feel uncomfortable, but you can easily push through this by talking to trusted friends, mentors, teachers that will act as sounding boards for you this month. The world is chaotic, and with Venus and Mercury in retrograde, you're rethinking ideas and goals around your future. Spend time in nature if possible for the spring equinox, and open your heart to new relationships. Sagittarius has a lot of acquaintances, but very few close friends. Reach out to those special people now. And spending time with those close friends will soothe your soul, where you can redefine your goals and ideas based on their input. After the first eclipse this month, you're more inspired and engaged. A new business offer could come forward from an Aries mid-month or so, opening new doors to needed revenue. Spend time doing what makes you happy this month, as you have so many added responsibilities, you really need to up your self-care. Communication and tech glitches are likely thanks to Mercury retrograde, but still, this will be a month of growth and transformation for you. Sag, you have a lot going on this month, and it's going to be really up and down. There's going to be some really slow, draggy moments, and there's going to be other times where the energy is just moving fast and you're really kind of unsure on what to do next. So take advantage of these important dates. March the 24th through the 27th to get together with friends and family. Deep conversations will shine light on what steps to take in the future. And also they'll work as sounding boards to discuss the economy, family changes, everything. And they will give you insights on what to do next. And Mercury retrograde will also bring old friends and possibly old romantic partners back into your life this month as well. So you have a lot of people from the past showing up. But even though, like I say, this is going to be a transformative month, you end the month on a very happy note. So this month may feel like 3 months condensed into one by the time it's over. But you got this. This is a month where you really get clear on what you're going to do next and what's important to you. Embrace these changes. Yes, it's going to be a little bit uncomfortable, but embrace these changes and know it's going to be easier for you to move forward from here on out. Have a great month. Reiki blessings. Hey Capricorn, you need a break after all the heavy energy of the last 2 months. A camping trip may be in order, but even just a few days at home to unwind will be helpful. The Aries energy may inspire you to move out of your comfort zone in a big way, but don't be a daredevil. Start small if you're going to pick up a new hobby or a new exercise. Don't go overboard, and we're more likely to do that with the Aries energy. And the powerful lunar eclipse on March the 14th highlights the future. This is a good time to take a break and reflect on your plans for the next few months or the rest of the year. Pull out old journals and calendars to review all you've accomplished and how far you've come. Things are changing for Capricorn. We're seeing you feeling more empowered and more invested in the future now. Things aren't as hopeless as they've been. So while this is a very odd time full of global chaos, and you may be shaking your head and saying, what the hell, daily, still, you're feeling more inspired to make things happen. Oh, and one other thing I wanted to tell you about this month. Make sure all your time-sensitive reports, all your debts, bills are paid early, and that you've finished any important tasks before Mercury turns retrograde, or else you're going to want to wait until late April before you even approach them. This is going to be one of those Mercury retrogrades where we end up with failed communication, missed appointments, and things just kind of disappearing into the ethers. We could possibly even see some businesses go offline momentarily and things like that. So you want to make sure you get all your ducks in a row ahead of time. But overall, you're going to be, as I said, shaking your head over some of the global news this month, but you will still be in a better position, Capricorn, than you were when you started this month. So everything will work out, even though there's going to be some ups and downs, yes, and some what the hell kind of moments. You're going to be in a better position than you started March. So keep that in mind. Aquarius, this is a busy month for you as well. Personal engagements increase as we see you doing more professionally and personally this month. You're more than capable, but even you need a break now and again. It looks like your responsibilities are increasing and you may have too many plates spinning in the air. The first eclipse in Virgo will highlight what's out of balance and what needs your attention. Take note as the year will only get busier, so anything you can do to ease some of the responsibility or the load that you're carrying would be wise. Your higher self knows exactly what you need to be healthy and happy. All you need to do is get quiet and listen to that inner voice. But with all the chaos going on around you, between your family, your friends, between work, between the global chaos, you may feel cut off from spirit or your spirit guides. And if this is happening, it would be wise for you to give yourself some time away from everything, away from the electronics, away from people. Maybe just, if the weather's willing, sit out in nature and just breathe without an agenda. Maybe even just an hour would really just help you relax into this new state of being. Once you have connected with your higher self or your spirit guides, you should be able to hear your inner voice. And with this information, you can create a realistic plan on where you go from here. You can shape your life now like never before, Aquarius. You have the tools, the ability, the knowledge. Also, you could be having odd dreams around this time too. Old friends from the past could pop into your dreams, or, thanks to Mercury retrograde, could show up out of the blue. There will be some shocking global events before the month ends as well, and they will leave you shaking your head. But it's really important you continue on with your master plan, Aquarius. You know where you need to be, and you know the steps it's going to take to get you there. So right now, you just have to put your head down and focus on that, as well as checking in with your higher self. This is going to be a very fast-paced month, and you're going to blink and the month's going to be over. So make the most of the time that you have this month by getting as many important things done as possible before Mercury moves into retrograde. After that, all bets are off because communication is going to go off. People are going to be late. People are going to lose their phones. Doctor's appointments are going to change at the last minute, things like that. Really think about what you can do the first half of the month and then slow down and just relax into the energy. Pisces, you're having an interesting month. Your thoughts around money, wealth, and success may be shifting now. You know that your responsibilities are growing, and because of that, this could lead to more debt, increased spending, slower investing, and this is making you feel somewhat uneasy. You know everything is going up in cost, yes, but you've taken on some new responsibility. You may be helping a family member, you may have added to your family, or you may have a roommate or a close associate who is struggling, and you may be helping them out. Well, this is the right thing to do. Obviously, still, it's taking more of a toll financially than you expected. And with the global market in turmoil, you're kind of thinking about, should you cash out? Should you keep investing? What should you do? So there's a lot of money stress, and there's a lot of thoughts about what does success look like and how much money is enough and what should you be doing with your money. So that's going to be a big issue for you the first couple of weeks in the month. My advice is to pay down debt, but also don't go without important necessities like food. Take care of yourself and you'll have more resources soon. Close friends from the past resurface to remind you of how far you've come. Don't get caught up in their drama. Instead, just keep moving forward towards your goals. There will be a lot of what the hell moments for you this month, but you'll be in a better position, as I said, by the end of the month. So stay positive and keep moving forward, and don't get bogged down in other people's drama. People are going to seek you out to talk to you, maybe try and borrow money from you, hang out with you, but you need to be aware that You need boundaries. You can't give someone your entire paycheck. You can't give someone free reign to your house. If you're not looking for a roommate, perhaps you should tell people that and not just let them think that it is a possibility. Because we're going to see lots of people in your life coming and going and changing situations between now and, September or so. So a lot of people are going to make up, a lot of people are going to break up. People were going to lose their jobs, and we're going to see lots of people traveling to new places. So like I say, people from the past could come back very dramatically. So busy month for you, but just try and get everything done before Mercury turns retrograde and enjoy the rest of the month as it does slow down. Neptune will leave you with a kind of fuzzy, warm feeling, which is not bad, except it's not conducive to getting things done. So just keep that in mind. But overall, it's going to be an interesting month for you. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I really appreciate it. I know there are thousands, well, there's probably millions of videos on YouTube you could watch instead. So it means the world to me that you've decided to watch this video. If you found it helpful, let me know in the comments section below, because it does help the algorithm and more people get to see it. And as always, thank you so much for liking, subscribing, and being part of the Serenity community. Stay tuned for more videos. Reiki blessings.